Burt Reynolds finally breaks silence on Jerry Reed. Born Burton Leon Reynolds Jr. on February 11, 1936 in Lansing, Michigan, he became one of the most magnetic figures in American cinema, celebrated for his wit, swagger, and unforgettable presence. Growing up in a modest household in Riviera Beach, Florida, Reynolds faced both triumphs and hardships that shaped his resilient spirit. He attended Palm Beach High School, where his athletic talent shone bright, earning him a football scholarship to Florida State University. But after a series of injuries ended his sports dream, fate pushed him toward acting, a move that would change everything. And hey, if you're enjoying this story so far, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. It really helps a lot. Reynolds began his acting journey in the late 1950s with small TV roles and stage work, quickly gaining attention for his natural charm and magnetic energy. By the mid-1960s, he broke into film, proving his versatility in dramas, comedies, and action hits. His big breakthrough came in 1972's Deliverance, a tense, haunting thriller that revealed a deeper, more powerful side to his talent. After Deliverance, Burt Reynolds skyrocketed into superstardom, becoming one of the highest-paid and most in-demand actors of the 1970s. Audiences were hooked by his smoldering looks, effortless charm, and that trademark wink everyone remembers. He wasn't just an actor, he was a full-blown Hollywood phenomenon, embodying that rare mix of rugged strength and playful humor that made him impossible to ignore. Reynolds dominated the box office with hits like Smokey and the Bandit, The Longest Yard, Cannonball Run, and Boogie Nights. The latter even earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor, proving his talent only got sharper with time. Boogie Nights showed a deeper, more refined Burt, a man capable of reinvention and emotional power far beyond his early heartthrob image. But life behind the camera wasn't always as smooth. He lived through turbulent romances, public heartbreaks, and financial turmoil that could have broken anyone else. Still, he refused to quit. Through health battles and career lows, he poured every ounce of pain and perseverance into his performances, turning real-life struggle into cinematic magic. Reynolds didn't stop at acting. He dove into producing and even professional racing, proving he couldn't be boxed into one lane. His bold energy and love for adventure made him larger than life, while his generosity, humor, and guidance toward younger actors earned him deep respect across Hollywood. He wasn't just admired, he was loved. His romantic life, however, was just as talked about as his career. Reynolds' relationships often made headlines, adding a touch of real-life drama to his Hollywood image. His first marriage was to English actress Judy Carne in 1963, best known for her role on the hit sketch show Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In. Their relationship began during the early spark of his fame, but the marriage ended just 2 years later in 1965. Despite its short run, it thrust him into the full glare of Hollywood's public eye, shaping the way the world viewed his love life from then on. Soon after, Reynolds dated actress Miko Miyama from 1968 to 1971. She was a talented Japanese-American performer who worked during a time when roles for Asian actors were scarce. Their relationship grew as his career skyrocketed. His transition from TV supporting roles to full-blown leading man mirrored his rise both professionally and personally. The couple lived together, giving Reynolds his first real taste of a committed relationship outside of marriage, one that tested both love and life under Hollywood's constant glare. Then, from 1971 to 1975, he entered a highly talked-about romance with American singer and actress Dinah Shore, who was over 20 years older than him. Dinah, celebrated for her smooth voice, elegant television presence, and powerhouse career, brought Reynolds into a world of grace and old-school glamour. Their 4-year relationship was unforgettable, not just for the age gap, but for the deep bond they shared. Dinah often guided Reynolds through the chaos of fame, helping him handle media frenzy and the pitfalls of public life with poise. She wasn't just a lover, she was a mentor and a grounding force during the height of his stardom. By the mid-1970s, Reynolds had a brief romance with country music legend Tammy Wynette, best known for her timeless hit, Stand By Your Man. Though short-lived, it showed his ongoing attraction to powerful, successful women who matched his bold spirit. This era painted a vivid picture of a man balancing blockbuster fame with a love life that fascinated the public as much as his films did. The most unforgettable love story of Burt Reynolds' life was with American actress Sally Field, a romance that Hollywood still talks about. They first connected in 1976, their chemistry sparking both on and off screen, and stayed together until 1980, with brief reunions through 1982. During those years, they co-starred in 4 films, including Smokey and the Bandit and Hooper, blending their real emotions into every shared scene. Their relationship radiated warmth, humor, and deep affection. Reynolds later called Sally the love of my life, confessing that she changed him in ways no one else ever could. Even decades later, he spoke of her with tenderness, showing just how deeply she had marked his heart. But Hollywood's spotlight isn't kind to love. Their relationship became a defining part of his story, intense, beautiful, but weighed down by fame's constant pressure. By the late 1980s, Reynolds had moved on and married actress Lonnie Anderson in 1988. The union was pure headline material, 2 stars at their peak, glamorous and magnetic. Together they adopted a son, Quentin, giving Reynolds the fatherhood he'd longed for and a glimpse of family life away from the cameras, even as the world continued to watch his every move. But Reynolds' marriage to Lonnie Anderson eventually collapsed in 1994 after his involvement with cocktail waitress Pam Seals made headlines across the country. Their split turned into a storm of lawsuits and public drama that dragged his personal life into the spotlight once again. Though the legal battle was later settled out of court, it exposed just how difficult it was for Reynolds to find peace while living under Hollywood's relentless gaze. Years later, the legendary actor, known for his sharp wit and irresistible charm, finally opened up about someone far more meaningful, his longtime friend and co-star, the late Jerry Reed. Fans had adored their electric on-screen chemistry in Smokey and the Bandit, but their real-life bond was something deeper. Reflecting on their friendship, Reynolds said, "Jerry was one of those people you couldn't help but admire. He had this raw talent, this energy that just lit up a room." Those words revealed a profound respect, one that went beyond fame or film. Reed wasn't just a collaborator, he was a friend who left a permanent mark on Burt's life. Reynolds fondly recalled their first meeting, when what started as a work partnership grew into a powerful, genuine connection that lasted for decades. "I remember the first time I met Jerry," Reynolds recalled. "He walked onto the set with this confidence, this swagger. But there was something else too. A kindness in his eyes, a warmth that made everyone instantly like him. You meet plenty of talented people in Hollywood, sure, but Jerry had that rare mix of skill and heart. That blend made their partnership extraordinary. Working with Reed," Reynolds said, "was always natural. No egos, no competition, just pure creative flow." Unlike so many Hollywood friendships that fade once filming ends, theirs turned into something real, rooted in respect and shared passion for storytelling. When asked about their legendary collaborations, Reynolds grinned and said, "People think we were just out there doing stunts and cracking jokes. But it was more than that. Behind the laughter and car chases, there was deep trust. Jerry had this magic," he added. "He'd toss in an idea mid-scene, something totally unexpected, and suddenly, the whole moment came alive. Reynolds would often glance at him and say, 'Man, where do you come up with this?' And Jerry would just flash that grin, like brilliance was second nature. That effortless spark between them made every project shine. Their timing, their banter, their unspoken rhythm. It wasn't rehearsed, it was chemistry, pure and timeless, the kind of connection Hollywood rarely sees twice." Reynolds later opened up about the heartbreak of losing Jerry. "Losing Jerry was hard," he admitted softly. "It wasn't just losing a co-star, it was losing a part of my life, part of my story. We shared laughs, frustrations, and the kind of moments only 2 people in the same storm can understand. There's a void there you can't really fill, but I carry those memories with me, and that keeps him alive in my heart." Those words revealed how deeply Jerry Reed had touched him. Far beyond fame, red carpets, or flashing cameras, their friendship wasn't for show, It was real, built over years of trust, humor, and unshakable respect. Reynolds didn't just lose a colleague. He lost a brother in spirit, someone who knew him at his most human moments. "Jerry taught me a lot without ever saying it outright," Reynolds said. "He taught me joy. He taught me to show up fully, to give everything, no matter what's happening around you." Watching him work, watching him live, that's where the lessons were. He showed me how to truly embrace life. Through those words, Reynolds gave fans a rare glimpse into a friendship that was both professional and deeply personal, a bond that shaped him as an actor and as a man. It was more than Hollywood history. It was a love letter to a friend who brought laughter, warmth, and truth into every life he touched. Reynolds made sure Jerry Reed's spirit would never fade, not just through their unforgettable films, but through the laughter, lessons, and brotherhood they shared behind the scenes. Their friendship became part of Hollywood legend, echoing through every scene they brought to life together. On September 6, 2018, Burt Reynolds, the man whose charisma and charm redefined what it meant to be a movie star, passed away from a heart attack at Jupiter Medical Center in Florida. He was 82. His passing marked the close of a golden chapter in cinema, one filled with laughter, passion, and an undeniable magnetism that no one has quite matched since. The news sent shockwaves across Hollywood. Fans, friends, and fellow actors mourned the loss of a true original, an icon who lived life boldly, took risks fearlessly, and never stopped entertaining the world. From Deliverance to Smokey and the Bandit, his performances became timeless reflections of the man himself, complex, charming, and larger than life. Even surrounded by skilled doctors, the heart attack struck without warning, a stark reminder that even legends aren't immune to life's unpredictability. Yet through it all, Burt's legacy endures, pulsing through every story he told, every smile he sparked, and every road he and Jerry once raced down together. If you've enjoyed diving into this untold story, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. There's so much more to uncover next time, and you won't want to miss it.